Taurus, your money card for the year is the Hermit card, and this is a major card which says that the year holds significant activities related to your finances. For some of you, this may tie to a Virgo, a sun, moon, or rising sign Virgo. It could be a partner or someone who has influence over your security, business, finances. And this is likely to tie to the area of life connected to perhaps children or your creativity, your self-expression, self-employment, giving birth to something that you want to put out into the world, and being very discriminating and refined about what that is. Now, it may be a year that requires you to really focus on business or finance and really look at the details of situations. Maybe you are involved in something that requires long hours of solitude or being very organized. Maybe you're writing a book, or you deal with paperwork or research of some sort. Perhaps you're a teacher, an instructor. And so you are really taking your time to examine certain things and gaining greater wisdom about life as well as finances. So you may be spending a lot of time going within to come up with answers. So, you may be very wise about how to approach situations. And this could be a year where you're really gathering your thoughts. Despite it being a brand new year, for you, a lot of this is about closure, tying up loose ends, bringing things to culmination. And you're going within to gather your thoughts about that, or you're getting some wise counsel. So you may be waiting patiently for a situation. This may be a period of preparation for you. And, so you're really, again, examining something, searching for answers, and maybe doing some self-discovery about what direction that you want to take. Now, for some of you, this is about health. You may have health issues that impact your finances, or perhaps you want to go back to school, you're paying for education, or maybe you need some kind of license or permit, or again, you're doing some research. And so you may be withdrawing a lot in order to focus. You're being very prudent as far as money matters and using a great deal of discretion. And again, reassessing something. Now, that may be age, wisdom, experience, knowledge. You may feel that you're aging out of a field, or that you've outgrown something. Maybe you're looking at retirement, or again, maybe you have health issues that are impacting you. But this is some kind of knowledge that is coming to light, and you're being very deliberate about the moves you make financially this year. And it's a karmic spiritual year where you will discover a lot about yourself and those that you're involved with. So again, you'll be tying up some loose ends. The things that you have put off for forever are now demanding that you deal with it. And what you're going through is going to shift your perspective about money, about life, about others. Your belief system is going to change, and your understanding is going to grow. Now, this can be a year that has some measure of stress and perhaps crisis that you're dealing with, and even confrontation, especially if you feel the need to prove yourself in some way, your superiority, or others maybe. But it's more of a year to observe, to listen, to take things in, because that's where you gain. And so, you may be using your common sense and not necessarily getting involved in the fray of situations. Others may want to pull you into confrontation, but it's best to take this very philosophical, intellectual approach and a strong sense of self reliance. This is not necessarily the year to depend on what others say, especially if you're observing that they say one thing but tend to do something else. So, this is about really honing in on making choices and decisions that are best for you, what you need to do to secure your future and your stability. So, to do that, you're going to have to plan in advance and to really see clearly yourself, your capabilities, your strengths, your weaknesses, taking into account your experience, your wisdom, and looking at others, seeing them for what they are so that you can realign your goals accordingly. So this may be a year where you're working on something and maybe you're keeping people at arm's length. You're not putting everything out there about what you're doing. You're communicating with people, but you're also keeping your distance. And again, maybe you're waiting for some kind of shift. Maybe you're biding your time at a position or a situation. Because you're so closely focused on something, the only caution is not to get so caught up in one area of life that you actually lose track of something else, that something falls through the cracks because you're not paying attention or because your focus is directed, to a particular point. Again, if you are bent on proving something, you may be going out of your way and in the process provoke some kind of controversy or showdown, but those situations are not battles you can win. It's best to walk away because, again, this is a year of discovery, and you may figure out or realize or come into the awareness that you don't quite know as much as maybe you thought you did. Or you may be bringing awareness to others. You may be a catalyst for enlightenment in some way. So for some of you, you're not really all that concerned about money. It's not that you're not concerned. You're not overly concerned about money or tangible assets. You will do what you need to manifest what you need to live. And for some of you, your financial benefits will come from study, from teaching, from metaphysical pursuits. So you may be deeply involved with spiritual teaching or spirituality or occult knowledge, or maybe you deal with secrets or you're a truth speaker, but you're very self-contained. And so the challenge is that although you may need to withdraw to focus on something, you still need to feel centered. You need to feel connected to others. So, the challenge is this detachment or isolation sometimes. So in the positive, you're taking advantage of downtime. Maybe you are spending time at a retreat, or you're getting in touch with your higher self, or connecting to spiritual teachers. So the answers to many of your problems, be it business, financial, creatively, they lie within. But it is that obstinate self-reliance or self-pity or the inclination to withdraw emotionally that may be blocking you from the fulfilling situation that you seek, that ultimately also has an impact on your finances.